My name is Bill Wilder. I'm the director of the Lifecycle Institute. We are the learning, leadership, and change practice at Lifecycle Engineering, a globally recognized 35-year-old company that has been helping clients apply reliability in their organization, or actually build a culture of reliability. And people often ask us, well, what are the competencies that an individual needs in order to build reliability? And perhaps more importantly, why is it important? And isn't the manufacturing sector really, in a sunset anyway? Do we really need to be investing there? Well, I recently encountered an article in the MIT forum where Suzanne Berger, who's a professor there of political science and an author of How We Compete, wrote that Americans need to be disabused of the notion that manufacturing is a sunset sector that should be allowed to sink over the horizon. The increased productivity per worker means that the United States still produces 22% of the world's goods. She went on to note that this figure has been roughly constant for 30 years. And today, the United States remains the world's top manufacturer. Now, she does go on to explain that you can't keep doing what you're doing today and expect to sustain that and maintain that. And we can't continue to rely on the less than stellar, sometimes mediocre results from our continuous improvement investments if we expect to maintain that position in the world. So people ask us, you guys are reliability experts, what are the competencies that I need to work on in order to build a culture of reliability? And these are what they would be. First, show me the money. Value. Understand the business case. If you are asking your organization to invest in reliability, you need to be able to understand and speak at the C-level, at the chief executive officer, chief information officer, chief operating officer level about how investing in reliability produces results on the bottom line. That is the language of the C-level. That is the language of the owners of the business. So understand the value and how to build the business case. 2, apply the science of change management. Change. Research has proven that 80% of continuous improvement initiatives fail to meet their objectives. And those that fail to meet their objectives, it is usually around the failure of the people to get on board. You built the ship, but nobody got on it. And going forward, that becomes more and more crucial. So in addition to understanding the technology and the processes, you've got to have the people. You've got to have the people. So it's all about applying the science of change management. And there is a disciplined science, well-researched, with methodologies and tools and processes that you can follow that creates an environment of people who are not only willing to change, but eager to change and want to be a part of the change process. So it's about the people. 3rd competency is the processes and the technology. And here, we're simply saying you can't live in a silo, in a vacuum. The world is changing very rapidly. New processes are being applied every day. So one of the competencies that you need to work on is this ability to be constantly looking at what's going on in the marketplace, studying case studies, reading success stories, looking at processes that have been applied, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what might work in your industry, in your discipline, etc. So build your competencies around work management and materials management and condition-based monitoring and what's going on and what we are learning from that, because that's the other vital part of it. Because reliability is reliable equipment, reliable processes, and reliable people. The last would be metrics, measures. And most of us will be familiar with visual management and the various metrics that can be used. But you can't achieve reliability in an environment where you have not tailored your measures and metrics to drive the behavior. So understand those measures and metrics and what kinds of metrics are really driving the results you seek and the behavior you seek. Don't accept that the metrics and measures you've used in the past are going to make you successful in the future as you begin to try to develop this culture of reliability. So I urge you to develop those 4 competencies, and there are a lot of ways to do it. I mean, you can go to conferences, you can go to schools and the formal academic arena, you can go to company-sponsored programs, you can read books. At Lifecycle Engineering, we offer a course called Reliability Excellence for Managers, and it provides for all of these competencies. So there are sessions for each of these, and when you come out of this class, you have these competencies. But there are a lot of ways to do it. I would encourage you to develop your reliability competencies. I think it's vital to this continued sustainment of our global leadership in manufacturing.